Hi, I'm Shannon Ellis, president of NTEU Chapter 66. So, do you guys feel like you've been treated with dignity and respect in the workplace? No, I didn't think so. Me neither. And every week it seems like another attack on the employees. So, they've taken away AWS, they've taken away our night shift, or most of the hours. They are threatening pulling overtime for AWOLs and charging AWOLs for everything. And how many times when you go into your team meetings, the first thing they say is, oh, this is Treasury doing this. Well, with the latest news, which was coming out in accounts management, that they are pulling telework for employees working overtime, trying to cite production. Well, good leaders would take the time to find out why somebody's not being efficient on overtime or any other time. Is their equipment faulty? Is the training that we have been saying for years and years and years that really sucks? Is it part of the reason people are not, they're not fully trained on everything that we're being required to do? Or is it the very, very small percentage of employees that might not work efficiently from home, whether it be distractions or their equipment's not good at home, whatever? But instead of our leaders taking the time to find out why, they're just doing a clean sweep and saying everybody has to come back in. So, and of course, because of production. Well, where do we draw the line? They take away our alternative work schedules. They take away night diff and night shifts. They take away our contract. They take away our representation in the workplace. They make it to where we can all be terminated just because they don't like us, or that we question something that they do. So where do we draw the line? Well, I've drawn mine. The fact is, this last week of changes is going to impact production more than they even have a clue, right? So if production was the real problem, why would you take away the majority of the workforce flexibility to be able to do that and still balance out somewhat of a life at home? So have they really thought of this, or are they just doing the lazy, easy way, which is to take it away from everybody because they don't know how to manage? Which is it? Because this doesn't add up. If production was truly the concern, and the taxpayers not having to wait months and months to get their refunds and or errors on the returns corrected, if that truly was the issue, you wouldn't make it more difficult for these employees to work. And that's what they're doing. So let's see how much production they get when they've taken this away from us. Now, I do want to ask you, are you a member? If not, why? Why? The only thing that is fighting to get any of this back is our union. So why aren't you part of that fight? Because if we're not in the fight, we'll never win. We have to be in the fight. And if you are a union member and you are not paying your dues, shame on you. Because we have to have the money in order to pay for these lawsuits. So I challenge each of you, please consider becoming a member. Get in this fight with us because this is affecting everybody. And if you're not paying your dues, step up and pay the dues. They're fighting on behalf of all of us. We have attorneys that we're paying to fight in courts every day and write up new lawsuits and take cases to arbitration. We've got to continue paying them. So I ask you, please step up and pay your dues. And if you're not a member, reach out, join. You can go to nteu.org to our national site and you can sign up there. Or if you need to contact our local chapter, you'll contact us at mailbox at nteuchapter66.org. Where will you draw the line? When is it finally going to affect you enough that you say, we can't do this anymore? Dignity and respect. It's all we're asking. And we're not getting it. But the big thing is, don't buy that this is the Treasury doing this. There is not one other campus that's with accounts managements that is doing this, that's taking away the telework. Not one. We share desk. We know that Saturday overtime is limited to day shift hours and very few hours after 6. So this is not a possibility anyway. But don't let them keep telling you that this is Treasury doing it, because it's not. This is Kansas City's local management that are making these decisions to stomp on their employees and their families. Shame on you, managers. Shame on you for not doing your job to determine why people are not efficient, instead of just punishing everybody and taking the telework away. Shame on you. We'll see you guys around campus. Where will you draw your line? I've drawn mine.